Hello guys, it's me Priyank, and in case you don't know what is dynamic analysis, in my previous few videos I have already cleared them out. So in dynamic analysis we'll be actually executing files. So first of all, if you move on to Flare folder on the desktop, you will see all the files on all the things installed in Flare. So for example, let me just go inside. We have disassemblers, we have hex editors and tons of things. Hex editors are quite important. Then we have some scanners in Office, and many other tools are available. So we also have tools for Android debugging, or what you can say disassembly or decompiler. We have Metasploit, and many other tools are available. So in utilities, we'll just focus on utilities for this video, and I'll show you two things. So we are dealing with processes, so we'll just open up Process Hacker, and in case you don't know what's going on, is Process Hacker will basically show you all the processes that are running in background. I hope you understand what are processes. Processes are something that an executable runs in background and it shows up, and even when the system is ideal, you will notice that many things are running. So first of all, you can download, and in this video we are using virus 1, which will be available in the resources. So you have to download WinRAR, because I'll be adding up a password to the file, because the virus will self extract and the password will be one let student. So as you guys are one let student, this will be the password. One OLS is capital in one let student. So right now we are using virus 1, and we'll be having tons of different viruses available in our course. So if you take a look at the processes that are running, you can actually close up processes, you can refresh. Then we have some advanced options. So Process Hacker is quite good. You can actually search for processes over here, and if it search for virus, that is the file name, and if we run virus1.exe, you'll notice that something is running, and a exe file just ran and went away. So it is basically showing us what is happening in the background, but yet we don't have much details. And in dynamic analysis, we focus on getting as much detail as we can by executing the processes. So the next step is to get more details, and we actually know that something is going on once the virus is running, and the virus actually closes in few seconds. So what we'll do is we'll go and open up Process Monitor. So Process Monitor is actually named PROCMON. So over here we'll just filter, and there are tons of filters available. You can actually filter the architect, like if it is x86, that is 32-bit, or 64-bit. So you can do that. So for now I'll show you how to filter, and you should go in detail and learn the program by exploring it. So over here we have process name, and the process name we already know, we have seen it in Process Hacker. It should be virus 1 or something like that, and it can be different for different files, and for you it might be different, so you won't be getting anything. So once I run virus1.exe, you can see there are tons of things happening. So over here we have some registry changes, and we have some DLLs that are taken, and that are used actually. So actually there is tons of information, and there are tons of things going on. So we have some DLLs, and you can just google up these DLLs that are running. So why is the virus using this DLL? And in case I would do a research, and I would find that the virus is actually taking permissions, and it is taking details, and actually it is developed in Visual Studio 6 or something. And it would be great if you can get more details out of it, and you can actually see what all registries it is creating and why it is creating. And usually what happens is, if you get a detail of the registries, the function names or something like that is actually called in the registry, and registry name would be something like, for example, if the virus is taking permission to, let's say if it is a keylogger is basically something that takes all your logs whatever you type. So in that case the virus will have some specific DLL. So you can just google the DLL and you would find that the virus is keylogger or something like that. So in case it is a new virus, you would see that the virus is a new virus. You can actually get a hash of it. If you declare it as virus or malware, you can remove a hash of it. So don't worry, this is like kind of quite small, and in next video we'll move on with the big part.